On today's episode of Watch JR Go, people are always saying we don't use the Avalon King detail bay. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JR Go, and today the detail dudes are in here going absolutely hard on this Suburban and that Lexus LX 570 and that Taurus, I think, it's a show.
Yeah, no, not a show.
It's almost a show.
Yeah, almost a show.
So very close to a show. And of course they've been PPFing. Quentin's Cobra in here. It's actually an SVT Mustang. And the electricians are making a huge difference in the building. As you can see, the improvements have just been gradually moving along. That wall is vacuumed to there. Obviously we can't move this stuff right now, so we've had to stop on the vacuuming. But they hooked up the last two lights that we just kind of waited on forever because we needed some parts, and I finally got the parts in. So it's looking like a car dealership again in here. Crazy bright over in this corner. It's never been this bright before. I'm amazed. And the extension cords are about to leave the ceiling because wire is finally getting pulled into all the conduit up here. And we're gonna set a box on that piece of unistrut, which gets rid of this. And if you guys remember, we had that city bus in here one time, one of the Wichita buses, and it was actually hitting those cords when it moved in and out. So it's gonna be really nice to have them out of the way and not have to lift them up with a broom to move semis, buses, things like that in and out of the building. While they're doing that, I pulled the intake back off the Corvette so I would have easy access to all the connectors on the back of the heads there. I should have just done it when it was going in, but obviously oil pressure and cam position and the grounds that go on the heads, I had all those bolts set aside, and now I can hook them all up. So I've got something to do while they're working on that, and I figured this is tedious work you guys really don't want to see. So and they're knocking it out. It weirdly looks cleaner in here. I think it's just because we park things at right angles to each other. Anyway, there are far less cords on the floor of the building, which I'm pretty excited about. We have those two lights in the corner, which has kind of completed my car dealership look that I wanted. And we've got outlets up there in the ceiling that are now powering the truss, actually multiple circuits in that box. So we should have enough power up there to finally fire up everything if we want to at once. And they had to stop on the TV wall power, but it's coming. So a ton of work got done today. And today's video is also how to fix your PCV system on your LS1 or your LS1 Corvette, Camaro, whatever you have. It's kind of a nightmare because of one problem. So I'm gonna show you guys that and we're gonna fix it. So if you have an LS, you probably know about the hated evil Y in the PCV system here. This Y is made out of this like gummy rubber. You can see if you squish it, it stays wherever you put it. And it also breaks apart on every single one of these in the world and creates a bit of a vacuum leak, PCV system leak, all that good stuff. It's probably the reason a lot of people end up with catch cans, because that thing failed and the PCV system's not working right. Well, there is no replacement for this. GM doesn't sell the part. You have to pay, I think, $160 and replace the entire PCV system every time. The hoses that are hard plastic, they want you to replace the hard plastic hoses, everything in the whole system, and you have to write a big check for that, which you should not have to do. So I've got the fix for you guys. I went to my local semi-truck parts dealer. It's a Truck Center of Wichita here, and this is a 3/8 Airline push-to-connect splitter Y. So you don't want to use a T. There's no way to use a T because you guys saw that rubber connector. It needs to fit in the same profile as the rubber connector there. So this does exactly that. Anyway, I'll throw some links in. The only place I found these is at specialty plumbing houses and Amazon, although Amazon was sold out too. So very hard to find one when you need it. That Truck Center is the one place in Wichita that had it and is open on a Saturday. So we're gonna heat up these rubber lines because they're probably not pliable enough to actually fit, and we're also going to cut the ends off them. So this is the line that goes to the driver's side valve cover, and it comes out of here, while the other two connect to the passenger side valve cover. And it is a hose barb. It's a formed hose barb built into this line, and we're gonna use my cable cutters to get a super clean, razor sharp cut right across that hose barb, or break it. But honestly, we did pretty good there. Oh yeah, it cleans up. So cable cutters are nice because they can be razor blades when you need them to be. I think that's about where we need it to be. And it's definitely not pliable enough, even though it does go in. So I'm gonna go ahead and just warm it up just a little bit with the heat gun to make sure we get it put together the way it needs to be. Got the heat gun.
Are you gonna harmonize with it?
Heat gun. All right, I feel like that's warm enough because it was actually, yeah, it got a little soft. So I think this goes just like so. Only one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. That's what's up, dude. Okay. It works.
Wow.
I don't know if we were expecting it to work or not. Everybody uses the plastic ones, which is honestly probably the move. You probably want to buy a plastic one, but these are DOT rated. Very fancy. And they have brass ends on them. And I love the brass ends because you can spin them. And on the plastic ones, you can't spin them. There's too much resistance because they're like, they just mold them and they sort of fit. The brass ones are machined. They're stamped, but they're very good.
It's good for like 3 horsepower.
Yeah, dude. This is a huge upgrade to a PCV system. We're going to an $11 connector from what probably cost $0.1.
If only there was a word for fractions of a dollar.
No, there's not. There's definitely not. Somebody could invent something like that. If you think about it, it has to be smaller than a physical dollar, possibly heavy, much heavier than a physical dollar, and more expensive to make. I would say copper. I don't know. Somebody will come up with it.
If that exists, they should just get rid of it.
All right, now we get to yank these ones out. Yoink.
Oh no, that's worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you're cutting the little barb end off.
Yeah,
of
if
it.
you can't do anything with the barb, so.
Okay, makes more sense now.
That one came out cleaner. All right, so I am cleaning these up. I've got my razor blade here. And then I'm just kind of giving this like a little once over to deburr it. Just to make sure that this PCV connection that doesn't actually matter at all. It's just really good. All right, we've got another one ready. Do you wanna, which one went where? Yeah, this one goes on the bottom, this one goes on the top. I don't think it matters because it'll let me switch, but go ahead and give me the heat.
Do we want high heat?
Yeah, high heat.
This heat gun feels unhealthy.
Ooh, it was too hot. A little squishy going in. Cool off, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
That looks solid.
Dude, this is so much better than that rubber piece. I mean, I know it costs $10, but it's a lot better than $160 or $70 for a whole PCV system that they don't even stock.
Which is gonna fail again.
It is absolutely gonna fail again. Come on, GM. Just sell us the part. Just sell us this part and everybody would be using it because they're all broken. Like, if you have an LS, probably broke. You should check.
Wonder if you could 3D print one out of that rubbery material.
And then 3D printing one, you know it would sell like crazy if we scanned that and 3D printed it. So there you go. Whatever subscriber wants to steal our idea, and if no subscriber steals our idea, then I guess we'll use it.
Yeah, I have a printer.
I don't have anything but resin print. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can SLA rubbers these days.
Okay. Here we go. Again. It's right where I wanted it, on the floor. On the floor. And this is like the cleanest one so far, honestly. Yeah.
You're showing a lot of improvement in your skill with the cutters.
Yeah, I think the cutters and me became one, and that's why this one's perfect.
Something synergy.
Synergy. All right, give me a little bit of heat. All right. Dude, I'm pretty pumped about this fix. There we go. A rebuilt PCV system. So, a little less flexible, but only the slightest amount. We can put the intake back on. I've got all the connectors hooked up now. We can reach the vacuum line as it goes back in. That's the important one. And the last connector, the map on the intake, it's ready to hook up everything finally. We've got a thing here. The detailers are working on this car. It belongs to a dealership here in town, and it clearly needs a battery. I mean, we can take a look at this. There's battery acid everywhere, and you can be like, huh, yeah, that's probably gonna need a battery. It wouldn't start, so we've got it on the charger. The charger a second ago was saying 96% charged and 6 volts. It's odd. So we have here a tool I've never gotten to use before, my solar battery and system tester. I'm kind of excited to use this.
Are those the batteries we're gonna test?
These are the batteries. First you have to have the batteries because it's got to run the printer and the device. So it's got paper in it. And we're gonna need a screwdriver.
I don't think we have one.
Probably not. Look at that, it's got screw-on battery posts if you don't have battery posts.
What year and trim level do you suppose this car is?
This is a 99 SVT non-Cobra Cobra bumpered with a, it's pretty wild. Like every single thing about this is a 2015 spoiler, 2014 Coyote spoiler, yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of slow.
It's what you would call OEM plus.
I don't think it'd even hook.
Quinn's car is pretty beautiful. All right, let's open up all these batteries.
The battery tester takes a lot of batteries.
Sure does. It's gotta test them. We've got it all set up. We got 6 batteries in there. I loaded a roll of paper in there. So now we should be able to test these batteries. The battery charger is now saying it's charged to 2% and 12 volts. Those don't really add up at all. Wow, that's really sparky. All right, well, also that battery charger is crazy hot. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get a good connection here. Look at that, it lights up, blue. Output cable check complete. Battery 9 volts, press enter. Battery test. Battery type is lead acid. Oh, VR lead acid. Okay. Select rating, CCA. Set capacity. Oh, 650.
650.
Okay, we're gonna go to 650, assuming, did it not let me say, enter. Battery temperature, sure. It's pretty much room.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You gotta turn the battery over.
Oh, okay. Bad cell, replace.
Yeah.
Enter. Code. Print results, yes. If you don't print them, they're not official. That printer's getting better and better.
Yeah, that's pretty crispy.
That is sweet. Man, I like it. I've got a battery tester. I've had this for like 2 years and never used it, but I was so excited to use it for once. From now on, I'm just gonna go around the shop testing out batteries. 480cc out of 700. I'd say this battery's trash too. State of charge 19%. It was on the charger all day yesterday. That battery's hurt. It's now intake time. Are you just chucking my intake on there like that?
Hi, welcome to 100% Jake. Today we're fixing this Corvette. We are done. Thanks for watching.
Hey, you only did 10% of it. Just drops it.
There we go.
Okay, closer. So we've got to hook up that. Man, smell the gas.
Yeah, right?
Delicious. Okay, now we've got...
A delicious part of this good breakfast.
Oh, man, I love the smell of gasoline. And... boom! Boom! Okay, we have made progress here. All I have to do now is feed the brake booster line back through everything. Now we've made good progress. The intake's back where it belongs. I just have to feed our fun new PCV system back behind the intake and hook it all up. So should just kind of go like so. No matter what, this doesn't just fall together. Hey, there it goes. Sweet. It is time for the intake again for the last time. We just want to just, you know, you got to take it off twice or 3 times just to make sure everything's cool. So anyway, it is finally cool. There we go. Starting to pull the thing in. So we're just going back and forth in a bit of an X pattern, and then we'll hand tighten these for the final. Everything's hooked back up. We've got a working PCV system, which is better than we had when we started, honestly. So, we're close. And this time, Jake and I hooked up everything already. Coils, fuel, evap, I mean, it's all hooked up and basically ready to go. So I am excited. This is hooked up too? Oh man, all of it. Yeah, cool. Well, that was a lot of work that needed to be done. I'm very happy we've got it, and just a couple more things to do, like put all the rest of the screws in the coils and alternator, the new radiator, and the O-rings for the AC system. Well, there you have it. That is how you fix your PCV system on your LS1, your 2000 Corvette, your slightly older Camaro, Firebird, whatever you have. $10. That's all you have to spend at a local truck store to get that fitting, and then just cut the ends off of those things with a razor blade. Be careful, or I use my cable cutters because they cut very well. and shove that Y back behind the engine and solve your PCV system failure. A lot of people go another route. They use the LS6 valve cover, which has a completely different output. It comes out down here, out of the corner of the valley cover. Totally different valley cover, totally different PCV system, and it's supposed to work even better. But I wanted to keep the LS11 on here because it just works. And now that it's sealed up, it should continue to work. A lot of people may be chasing these issues and using a catch can or something, when really you might just have this broken rubber Y behind the intake. So, some cool things to check out. We made some good progress. The whole top of the engine's hooked up. Everything's ready to go. We're basically down to getting those O-rings that'll be here on Monday for the AC system, along with that ABS sensor. The new radiator can go in, and this thing will start. We also made big progress on the shop today. I'm pretty excited about that. And we're just gonna keep knocking things out on the agenda. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjerryergo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you wanna do, and I will talk to you next time. I think next time is fixing the statue's new S10 that's over there. There you go.